something else is going to work.
Now that I'm not listening to me from the future. All right, cool.
That was bananas.
That was cool. All right, cool. Episode 3. We actually made it to an episode 3. I really pegged us for 2 episodes and we quit.
That's it?
Yeah, 2 I gave us.
Honestly, I didn't think we were going to get to the first one.
It was just an idea. It was just a cool idea. All right.
I was like, oh, he's going to give up on this, and then I could just live my life normally.
No, I'm not giving up. I have to. I want to make money off this. That's the goal. All right. So we'll start with Monday Night Raw. It was a decent episode. It was better than last week. Yeah. I mean, I like the Brock Lesnar Samoa Joe segment. I called it. I just hope their match is like the same intensity like as that segment, and I hope that's not it for Great Balls of Fire. Like they're separated until then. Like I want a contract signing now.
Oh, okay. So you want the 2 of them to bump uglies a couple times before?
Yeah, I want Kurt Angle to just be like, you know what, fuck it. Oh man, I gotta turn down the reverb. Give me a minute. Cool.
You can't do that after?
I don't know. I don't want to do it after, just in case.
Is that set?
Yeah, it's good now. The people just get the behind the scenes words.
That's right.
All right, cool. Yeah. So Monday Night Raw, good match between Elias Sampson and Dean Ambrose. I liked it. I liked the rivalry. Again, it's one of those intertwining rivalries. You have the Dean Ambrose and Elias Sampson thing, and then you have the Miz Elias Sampson partnership kinda, and then you have the Dean Ambrose Miz rivalry. So it's like all kind of working together, which is cool. I think if you have such a big roster like that, it only makes sense. It just seems more realistic. Like there's a locker room full of people back there. Why are they only mutually exclusive to each other at the time?
You it's like their little pocket universe in the universe. They can only interact with each other in a certain amount of times. No, I really like the crossing thing. We got Akira Tozawa and Titus O'Neil and Neville. And then I'm sure Apollo Crews is going to get dragged into the whole situation. So there's a lot of...
And Kalisto.
Yeah, and
Kalisto was telling Akira Tozawa not to listen to Titus O'Neil.
Yeah.
I just like it, too, because I like it, too, because it's the Cruiserweight division. I like seeing the Cruiserweight division kind of interacting with the main roster. I think that was the biggest fault of the Cruiserweight division right off the bat, is that they didn't really...
too isolated.
Yeah, they didn't get to interact. It just felt like its own separate thing, which I understand is cool.
They try to do it as that. The ropes change color, for God's sake.
Purple ropes are up.
That's it.
You go take a piss.
Go take a piss.
But yeah, no, I think it's cool. I think they really need to interact with the roster because that's why I think the Cruiserweight division kind of feels so like below the main roster.
Yeah.
It's like its own separate thing, but it doesn't have the prestige of the main roster.
It doesn't. It doesn't have prestige, period.
It has 0 prestige. So, but yeah, cool. The only real thing that I really liked about Raw this week, obviously the Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar segment was really cool.
It was excellent.
I really liked the Titus O'Neil stuff. I think that's like one of the best things going on Raw right now. The women's segment was just ended in a big multi-woman match. It was Alexa Bliss came out, Nia Jax came out, and then Dana Brooke and Mickie James came out. I'm just gonna keep saying everyone, and then this person came out, and that was Raw. And then Emma came out, made her 3rd return in 3 months.
That's her thing. That's her.
She goes away, yeah. And then Sasha Banks. Oh, is that her gimmick?
Yeah, that's her gimmick.
I thought she just keeps getting injured.
Oh, I thought that was fake. I thought
she just makes returns.
Yeah, I thought that's what her character is.
That's cool. I like that because like she wants a spotlight on her, so she goes away for a few weeks.
On it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's what you want it to be.
That's true.
Roman Reigns is the greatest heel in the company today. Just perspective.
That's true. Oh, that's a good way to look at it. It's perspective. Yeah. So it ended up being a 6-man tag match. I honestly forget who won. We're the worst podcasters
You said
ever.
You knew.
I don't remember.
Asked you this.
I don't remember.
Do your research.
Oh, I gotta do my goddamn research before I record. Shade tossed. Shade tossed.
No, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good Raw. I think Joe and Lesnar, which was expected, was supposed to be the biggest point of the show. Was the biggest point of the show. I think Corey Graves nailed it on the head when he said, this is a big fight feel. And that's exactly what it was. Like, I felt like something big was going to happen.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe came out, he headbutted him, and then there's that vicious kick to the face. That was amazing.
You love it. I love it when the roster comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't
because
really.
That's when you know it's real. Like security doesn't work. You got to call everybody else.
Yeah, I don't really get the physics of 15 people not being able to hold down one
sneaky
person
because you get oiled up. You grease up.
Oh, and you snake out.
Yeah, you slither.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'm not even strong. I'm just.
You're just
wet.
Yeah, just wet.
But yeah, talk about something that didn't work. I'm gonna turn that off. Something that didn't work. Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. Did you see that?
It's not gonna work.
No, it's not. Like I said, the only thing I think it could work is if Seth Rollins came out and said, "Why are you talking shit? You don't win matches." That's the only way I'm interested in anything that has to do with Bray Wyatt right now. Because I know Bray Wyatt's not going to beat Seth Rollins.
No.
You know it's not going to happen.
Maybe he'll get a leg up, but I think in the overall grand scheme of the rivalry...
That's what he always does. He gets a leg up and then he doesn't win.
And then he loses everything.
In the grand scheme of things, he does not win the rivalry. And even he may have won the Randy Orton rivalry, but just because of Jinder Mahal and just because it wasn't a title match.
Yeah, I was about to say he won that, but he lost.
Yeah, he lost it in the end. He won on paper.
Even when he wins, he loses. The poor guy.
Yeah, I'm not invested in that feud at all because one of them just started because Bray Wyatt's pissed at Seth Rollins called him a name, like a false prophet, and he's like, "You speak my name in vain."
Blasphemed me.
Yeah, you speak my name in vain, you will fall, and then. That's the sum of the rivalry.
What the fuck are we supposed to do? You can't call him by his name?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's senseless.
Bad business. Bad business.
I agree.
What else happened on Raw? Oh yeah, Enzo Amore and Big Cass.
The mystery continues.
Of who attacked Big Cass with the hardest right hand he ever got hit by.
Listen, I think maybe it isn't.
It's not the Revival.
The Revival.
It's not the Revival. They're making it too obvious to be the Revival. Yeah. I don't think WWE's that smart and convoluted to.
I like that they're dropping little hints though. They're like, oh yeah, Corey Graves is kind of involved in the situation. We have the Big Show's a thing now.
Yeah.
And then Big Cass is like pissed off at the Big Show and Enzo doing their thing, and we see the Revival in the background. So it lets us theorize because the magic of it is that we're thinking about it when it's not on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, and that's what I think wrestling's been missing for a while. I think wrestling's just been like I feel like almost like it was just been about the grudge matches lately, and we really haven't had that like what's gonna happen next or something that allows us to the depth, something that hasn't allowed us kind of like to hypothesize what we think is gonna happen. To hypothesize what we think is gonna happen.
Apply the experimental method to wrestling.
That's what I do. I'm constantly in the lab, just, thusting. So you had that. We still don't know. I really don't know yet. I think it's going to be something way out of left field for who attacked them.
Really?
What
if it's Team 3D or whatever their other name is? The Dudley Boys.
Bully Rays and Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but what if he's not at some point?
Maybe. He's 6-man tag team champion.
Really?
Yeah, with the Briscoes.
What happened to Devon?
He's a producer for Smackdown.
He doesn't wrestle anymore? I thought they both left.
No, Devon is a producer for Smackdown, and
he must have realized I'm not going anymore.
Yeah, I'm done. There's gonna be no Devon solo run in the Indies. That's what's going on right now. I think that's a bad prediction, but
I'm just a big fan of seeing them and the Hardys go at it one more time.
It's possible.
I'm just hopeful.
It's improbable, but it's not impossible.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just think it's going to be something way out of left field.
Yeah. Oh, we got Roman Reigns' big announcement coming up next week, too.
I read on Reddit that people said that Roman Reigns attacked Enzo and Cass, and that's going to be his announcement, that he's going to beat them in a handicap match at SummerSlam. And there was the chain that was left behind, too. And Roman Reigns had a chain in NXT.
And
it's a callback to his NXT days.
Oh, maybe it's a callback to John Cena's Rappers days. And it was all John Cena.
What do you think?
Agent John Cena.
What do you think about Roman Reigns' big announcement next week?
I think it's gonna be something quote unquote big. WWE clearly knows that they now have some real competition in the late August, late summer slot.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about that later too, but
they gotta step it up.
Yeah, so they gotta step it up. So they're gonna probably. I think you were the one who told me you saw a potential for being Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a real potential after I heard about the Mayweather fight because they need something big to pull people into their show.
Yep.
I mean, they're not directly competing with each other, but at the same time, like, if you're some of the people, I don't know what the viewership is, right? So, like, what percent of people watch the pay-per-view that aren't on the network? If you're going to drop money on one or the other, which is probably the case if they're close together, you're going to drop it on the
I feel like
fight.
If you're thinking about, like, terms of, like, the big four pay-per-views, like, outside people watch WrestleMania, outside people watch SummerSlam, and outside people watch the Royal Rumble. So those people don't necessarily know about the network and all it has to offer, or like that it's like $10 and you can watch the pay-per-view. So people still buy, or like restaurants buy pay-per-views for TVs, like Hooters does WWE, I think, sometimes. But they don't do the network, they just buy it on cable. So I think that's a good percentage of people, because if you think about the Mayweather-McGregor fight, it's going to be at least $150. So if I'm a restaurant, why would I pay $70 for SummerSlam the week before when I know I'm going to have to pay $150 to do?
And the crowd you're drawing in.
It's the same people.
Yeah, it's the same people, but bigger, because there's a bigger appeal in the other.
Yeah, so there's probably not going to be a lot of people going to be going out for SummerSlams. Probably not a lot of restaurants that aren't going to be buying SummerSlam. But if you can grab that attention, like Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, you keep people interested.
I think their best bet is to somehow shoehorn The Rock in, and I think that's a cool little challenge if we got Roman Reigns versus The Rock.
Can he do it? What movie is he doing? I know some movies allow him. If he's doing a movie right now, usually some movies are like, no, you can't wrestle.
Yeah. But
yeah, no, I agree. If you can squeeze The Rock in versus Roman Reigns in there, absolutely.
Right?
Would you say, though, that's a bigger match than Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns? Because that was what I was saying.
Yeah,
I was saying because of this fight.
There's more story. There's more everything. The Rock is the biggest guy in WWE. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
So even bigger than Brock Lesnar.
Yep. Okay.
So anything you throw him in is automatically the biggest.
Okay.
And then Roman Reigns is at the top too, so it makes sense to have the two of them go together. The same way it made sense to have Roman Reigns and The Undertaker go together at WrestleMania, because it's the big ticket match. It makes sense to have them go at SummerSlam, especially with the race competition coming from the two probably largest sport competitors
for WWE.
For WWE. Yeah.
Okay. So my question would be, why, if you can't get The Rock, why? My original idea was, why would you not push Lesnar versus Reigns up to SummerSlam now? You have less competition WrestleMania time. Now that this fight is 1 week after your biggest pay-per-view, I would say the more eyes are going to be around SummerSlam. Less eyes are going to be around SummerSlam now, so you cut your loss, you move Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar up to SummerSlam to try to maintain some of that viewership. Because I guarantee there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to watch SummerSlam now because of this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is your question?
I just made a statement. I have a question.
You had a question.
I have a big question, and I just gave like a 2-minute statement. I really don't know. I kind of just convinced myself that's what's going to happen now, though. So my prediction of Roman Reigns' announcement is he's going to challenge for the Universal title at SummerSlam.
Okay. I thought that was already given.
No.
Maybe my cynicism got the best of me on that one.
No. But I definitely think, no, you have Braun Strowman. Remember when I texted you, I said Braun Strowman is going to probably come back and challenge Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. But now I think, that was before the McGregor-Mayweather fight. I told you that was
it's going to happen before then.
So I think you should do Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. That's what I think the announcement should be. And then you squeeze in, you cut a loss, you do the ambulance match or whatever the hell you're going to do for Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
Dude, you can just continue it afterwards. They could just keep Braun Strowman off TV until maybe after SummerSlam.
You think so?
If this rivalry between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns is that important to them, but right now they need to invest in something that's a bigger ticket, then why not just hold him off TV? It makes his return that much better when he comes back anyways. That much more surprising.
That's true.
Have him return at SummerSlam. It doesn't matter. After he wins the match, he's like, I'm not fucking finished with you. And he comes out and beats the shit out of him.
Yeah. And then you have Roman Reigns win the Universal title, and then you got your title picture till the end of the year. And then, you know what I would do at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I would do Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, triple threat.
There you go.
Yeah.
All of the above. You can't lose. Those are 3 big names.
Yeah. 3 of the biggest names in WWE right now. You can argue that Braun Strowman's one of the biggest names in WWE.
I would say that's a fair argument.
Because he grabs all the attention. Because of all the shit that he does. Like flipping over the ambulance. You know how many news outlets I saw talking about that were like, don't cover WWE at all? It was all over my Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I would have my friends who are not wrestling fans text me saying, hey, this guy, did you see this guy in wrestling?
Like flip over an ambulance. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you can capitalize on that. I think that's That's a bigger WrestleMania match.
Yes, it is. I mean, you add more people, it's bigger, right? Automatically.
That's true. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna say final prediction for Roman Reigns' big announcement is he is challenging for the Universal title at WrestleMania, and I'm saying that because of the Mayweather-McGregor fight.
Yeah.
All right.
I think yours is more likely. I'm hopeful that they'll do something with The Rock.
Okay. I really don't think it's gonna be John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
I don't think so either.
I really don't even see that as a big ticket match, though.
Oh, it is.
I think it is, but I don't think it like.
Here's the thing.
It doesn't grab the outside fan, though.
Yeah.
It's big for us.
But it's like doing Batman versus Superman, and no one's going to be happy at the end of it.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I just like my version of Roman Reigns versus John Cena is like it's big to the wrestling fans and the wrestling community. It's something they want to see.
John Cena's a big name outside of wrestling now. Everyone knows John Cena.
Yeah, but I think it's like it's all right. So you're saying like the people like the guy that beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania is now facing John Cena. I'm talking in terms of outside.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But it's that thing. I think it was like Stan Lee or something. This is really off the book, but I think it was Stan Lee who said like, oh, if you ever have your two biggest superheroes face each other in a comic book, you can't have one decisively beat the other. You need to leave some sort of room for fans to be like, oh, this guy's definitely not. Like, if you have Spider-Man and Iron Man fight each other, you're going to have something else going on that makes one lose to the other. You don't ever want to, like, make one hero be better than the other. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the situation we're going to end up with Roman Reigns and John Cena if they end up fighting.
That was a good analogy.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Very much.
That was really good. All right, cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it's not John Cena versus Roman Reigns, though. I would say you do Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns now, then you have John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
They got to split the ticket a little bit.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know?
John Cena will be doing his own thing at SummerSlam, and it'll be big, too.
Yeah, John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. It's big. Dude, did you not see that poster I sent you?
Oh, the poster. Yes, it's a cool poster.
Yeah, it is.
It's like John Cena with the American flag, and then like Jinder Mahal, terrorist eyes, like overlooking or something. But
I like that. No one has ever seen the poster is just gonna think that was just like the most racist statement ever. Jinder Mahal's terrorist eyes in the background. Like if you saw the poster, you would understand.
Yeah,
but just like if you didn't see that poster, I would be like, what the hell does he mean by that?
No, because of the implication
of the American flag.
It wouldn't be a terrorist thing if there was no American flag on there, I feel like.
It would.
You think so?
It's the turban.
Yeah, it is the turban. Unfortunately, it's the turban. It's Sikh people. They're not terrorists.
He's not even Muslim.
Yeah, he's Sikh.
He's not even like Middle Eastern.
Yeah, he's from India.
Is that the Middle East?
No, that's not.
It's the Caucasus region.
It's like the South Asian.
All right, cool. So we'll move on to SmackDown. I really like SmackDown this week. I thought the go-home shows for Monday Night Raw for the past few weeks, or the go-home shows for the past pay-per-views have been kind of
lame.
Yeah, kind of bad. I thought this one was more entertaining. It didn't really necessarily feel like a go-home show, but I was definitely entertained by it. The opening segment with the Usos, the New Day, and the Colognes, and Breezango was awesome. I really liked that segment. I think SmackDown's tag team division is kind of turning into like its own little thing. And it's like kind of like I said last week, like it's what the Cruiserweight division should be. It should be like its own version of entertainment.
It's entertaining, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like almost standalone, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very nice. I like it. Who was it? The New Day had their own little special entrance because it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all of it is very like it's flamboyant, it's fun, it's entertaining. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit outside the box too. With
you're getting more Breezango action going on too, which I think they're ridiculously entertaining. They're so fun.
Absolutely. And then we had what
on SmackDown?
Yeah,
we had that.
I was bragging earlier about how I know everything.
Yeah, you were. He was really confident that yes, I know everything.
I was like, I don't need any notes. I could pull anything out of my ass. I need to pull out.
He said specifically. I didn't even pay attention to it, but I can remember everything.
There was Tamina faced Naomi, and Lana attacked her at the end. Do you think Lana's going to win the title on Sunday?
I hope she does.
I think she's going to win, and someone's going to cash in on her right away.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
But whomstead?
I don't know. Who's going to win the women's money?
Probably Charlotte.
Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Becky Lynch is kind of, I don't know, she's kind of like doing her own thing right now. She's not really heavily involved in like the James Ellsworth, Carmella, and Natalya group, the welcoming committee. That's really towards Charlotte and Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of give Becky Lynch the case. You know, Lana wins the title on like some sort of fluke, and then you put the title back on Becky Lynch for a while. You know.
Oh, and you have a little rivalry developed.
Yep. Let Naomi finish out that welcoming committee feud. So yeah, I'm gonna say.
Do you like Naomi?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. She's one of those people that I just think like. She's not necessarily entertaining to me. She's a very good wrestler. She's a very good athlete. She's a cheerleader for the Orlando Magic, I think.
Works very hard.
Yeah. But I just don't like. Ever since she's won the title, I have not been invested in anything in the women's title. Granted, I'm never really invested in anything in any women's division in wrestling. But like Alexa Bliss has me interested. That's like the other standard right now. If I'm comparing women's champions, I would say Alexa Bliss blows Naomi out of the water. You know, she's really just propped up around her entrance. Like she's all about her glow entrance, and that's it. And that's it.
All right. So, are you seeing a parallel here?
To what?
That's exactly how I feel about Jinder Mahal.
Didn't I tell you? I agree that I said once they give the big convoluted entrance, that means they're not too confident on the guy.
That's exactly how I feel about Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, but you know what? Jinder Mahal is entertaining.
Just to you. To you and a lot of other people, but
so Naomi's entertaining to you?
Somewhat.
No, you're not. Don't lie that you're
entertained
by Naomi.
No, I'm not entertained. I have to judge it on a scale of like women's wrestling, and no slight to women. I love Asuka.
I love women.
I fucking love women. No, it's just generally women's wrestling is not as interesting as men's wrestling.
Yeah.
Although Asuka is my favorite wrestler. But
there's always
I don't know, man. She's decently entertaining.
I don't know. I just think her title reign's been kind of boring. I think throwing the title on Lana and then having a cash in kind of grabs a little bit of eyes on the division, creates a little chaos, you know, sets it up for the next pay-per-view, which is, I don't know. I think it might be Battleground. Yeah, it's Battleground.
After SummerSlam?
Yep. There's one more between. I was looking at a list on Wikipedia. It's like there's 6 unnamed pay-per-views right now for WWE. Like one's
to get creative with it.
One's in Canada. I mean, if Great Balls of Fire is any measuring stick for where they're going,
indication of what's coming
with wrestling names, like I'm excited to see what pay-per-views we're gonna have.
I know.
WWE.
Let's not do this again. Let's not do this again.
We're gonna do our research before we speak out any
further.
Yeah. Yeah, there was the Jinder Mahal segment where he just said the same exact promo he's been saying for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. His entrance is still really cool.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like scary.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I
love that the red carpet goes in front of him. He
as he walks
slowly.
The first time he did it, he was wicked in front of it. So it was being rolled out and he was like 5 feet in front of it. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But Randy Orton, I'm just thinking that match is going to have something to do with like all the legends that are going to be in St. Louis. Obviously, St. Louis is a big wrestling.
Fuck, that makes so much sense because they're making the rivalry about his legacy.
Yep, about competing for the title in your hometown.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's about your legacy. I was thinking about this like while I was watching it. I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if they were like, oh, Jinder Mahal is the legend killer, basically. Yeah. That's what
I really, really hope they do. Because you got Bob Orton's going to be there.
Yeah, Ric Flair's probably going to
Ted
be there.
DiBiase, Ric Flair, and then a few other people.
Oh, and then Randy just did a sit down with didn't he do a table for 3 with Ric Flair and
You're seeing something I didn't see.
Oh, shit. Who was the third guy? It was very fleeting. I saw this on like a short YouTube video. I saw a small section of it. He was talking about, oh, this is how I felt old. It was when like a 20-something-year-old was like, hey man, I used to watch you when I was a kid. Really? And they were kind of putting him in between the other legends. They're like, oh, like you're an established, like you're old. You've been here for a while. You're an established. You're a legend. Yeah. So maybe that's the analogy they're going here with having a legend segment at Money in the Bank. And it drums up people to watch it, right?
I hope so. I really like the legend segment. It kind of reminds me of like the NFL like Hall of Fame game. Like, it's like a nice little nice little thing that makes the pay-per-view kind of feel like a little bit more than it really is. Like, oh, we're going to have this awesome legend ceremony because it's in St. Louis. It's a big wrestling town.
And then you get some cheap heat on the Arab dude.
Yep, exactly. That's what you have to do. I think
foreigner.
Yep, that's the way to go.
Because it doesn't respect our ideals.
Yeah, he ended up getting the RKO out of nowhere.
Man, every Randy Orton rivalry.
Yep.
Every single one is about the freaking RKO. I love the RKO. It's cool, but goddamn.
You see Diamond Dallas Page is doing a workout session. I was going to say free. It is not free. He is doing a workout session in Worcester.
Is he?
Yeah, next week.
Wow. That's like 20 minutes from here.
Yeah. Guess how much it is? $70.
To just DDP Yoga with DDP?
Yeah, with like 50 people. So it's not like it's like Diamond Dallas Page and 10 people, you know? Like, I'm not going to be able to tell him about the podcast, obviously.
I'm not going to be able to promote. That's his mind. You got to spend money to make money.
Exactly. We're all in. We're investing.
Throw it in as a bonus feature on the DVD, you know?
What?
Like, hey, listen, after you work out, just relax and listen to the turn up.
I thought you meant we were having a podcast DVD. we burning.
I put a video of us just like struggling with Dallas Page. Check out our DVD coming out soon.
What was it? We're burning all our podcasts onto a DVD. And the bonus features is us getting kicked out of DDP Yoga. Trying to fight for our $70 back.
I want a fucking refund.
Oh, yeah, so that's happening next week. Ricky was like, I want to do it. I'm like, dude, I don't have $70 to go drop and do DDP Yoga with a bunch of friggin' old people.
No, that's ridiculous.
He's like, there's a meet and greet involved. I'm like, I get to meet him when I'm working out with him. Like, you're just saying like, oh, I get to do it again.
You get to do it twice for $70.
I would pay $30 to do it.
To work out with him?
Yeah.
I'm sure he like goes to a gym, you know?
I'll find him. I found Goldberg.
Yeah, you found Goldberg at a gym. I'm sure you could find Dallas Page.
My picture of Goldberg is so funny because it's like so far away. It reminds me of the picture.
Mad.
It reminds me of the picture of Bigfoot in the woods, like where you can barely see him, but there's something there.
Goldberg's just a bald guy? Just a bald guy like pissed off in the corner that you're taking.
I show people like I saw Goldberg at the gym. They're like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that's Goldberg? He's like behind like 4 machines, and all you can see is like the top of his head and like his nose. I'm like, no, I swear it was him.
I had a similar situation. I saw Miley Cyrus once, and I took a picture of her, and there's like, it was at a restaurant, and there are like 3 sushi chefs, and all you see is their fucking pigtails popping out in the corner. I'm like, I swear that's Miley Cyrus. Dude, that's just some white girl.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's like a picture of Bigfoot.
It is. It's blurry. He's angry.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
I looked like a dickhead. I was in like neon blue squat shorts. I was in a cutoff t-shirt, flip-flops. I had a fanny pack on. I looked like mind you, I didn't even go in to work out that day. I just went in to buy Gold's Gym t-shirts. So I looked like an even bigger douchebag.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, and I tried to get a picture, and he was like, not now. And then Ricky was like, oh, good luck on Sunday, man. He's like, thank you. And then he walked. He's pissed off at the Gold's Gym people for not giving him any security while he worked out, so assholes like me couldn't walk up to him.
Wait, they have to provide you with security?
No, he just expected it, I guess.
That's so awkward. Be like, I'm fucking famous. Give me security.
I would have just been like, I mean, I'll stand next to you. If anyone comes up to me, I'll just tell you to leave.
Yeah. Oh, you should have. You should have offered to be his security.
I had stuff to do, but I was viciously sunburnt too. I looked like the biggest fucking
just scabby, sweaty mess of a guy. He's like, can I have a picture? He's got like 3 Gold's Gym shirts, but he's not working. He has no interest in working out.
Oh,
just peeling left and right from a sunburn.
Oh, you wanna get to Smackdown? You wanna get to the Money in the Bank reviews?
Yeah, previews.
Yeah,
let's do it.
The predictions. What happened at the end of Smackdown? We didn't even finish Smackdown. Oh, Nakamura assured his faith that he's not winning the match.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It wasn't a bad match either. It wasn't a bad match to close off the show.
No, it was good. I liked it. I was just kind of bummed that Nakamura grabbed the briefcase.
And then obviously every Money in the Bank like go home show ends the same way, right?
It's one you want to win.
Yeah,
grabs the briefcase.
And does. Yes, that disappointment. But I meant like there's a match with everyone involved. and then
it breaks down.
And then it breaks. Well, in this case, the match ended, and then it broke down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same idea, right?
Yeah.
There's always a little brawl, and like the quote unquote favorite to win grabs it, but they never end up winning.
Yeah, because I remember the year before. Oh, I got a baby barf. The year before it was Jericho, and then the year before that it was Neville. The year Sheamus won.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was on.
What historical knowledge you have?
I can't remember what match was on Smackdown Tuesday, but I can tell you who grabbed the briefcase on the Go Home show before Money in the Bank
2 years ago.
I know.
He did it.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna run down the card, and we'll do who we think. We'll do who we think's gonna win.
Yeah.
All right. So you got the kickoff show.
Uh-huh.
The Hype Bros are back. Oh, that happened. Wait, I want to talk about that. I think they're gonna break up.
The Hype Bros?
Yeah. If Zack Ryder showed up, he's like, last time I was here, we won the #1 contendership, and I hurt my whatever I hurt. And he's like, now the Hype Bros are back. I think Mojo Rawley's gonna be like, yeah, that's a cool idea, but I'm gonna do my solo run now.
Because I won the money.
Yeah, I won the Andre the Giant. I gotta work on me.
And we have a question about that, don't we?
We do. And Zack Ryder's gonna turn on him.
You think? Oh, out of the two, it makes sense for Zack Ryder to be heel.
Yeah.
I fucks with the heel Zack Ryder.
Yeah,
I think it's fun.
I loved him in ECW.
When he was throwing around Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, he retired him.
Never forget that, people, that Zack Ryder put Tommy Dreamer on the show.
Oh, man, that's good.
The heart and soul of ECW was taken out by Long Island Ice Z.
And when and then like 3 weeks later, your last ECW champion ever was Ezekiel Jackson. Like, even Christian was like a decently credible last ECW champion. Like, okay,
yeah,
he kept it alive,
Yeah, because he
was the face.
He became a future world champion. And
yeah, he was the face of ECW at the time.
He was. But after Matt Hardy.
Who swung right in and became the last ECW champion in the history of WWE?
Knight of the Round Table.
Ezekiel Jackson, the most underrated storyline in WWE. William Regal could have done a lot with that.
William Regal could have done a lot with everything.
That's true. All right, cool. Let's get to Money in the Bank. Usos versus New Day. Who's winning?
New Day.
New Day? You think Usos don't stand a chance?
I mean, they stand a chance, but you gotta hype up the New Day coming in.
Put the titles on them right away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't hype them up like that and not do anything about it.
I agree. Then you drag out the Usos feud for a little bit. Come SummerSlam. Maybe like American Alpha comes back to help them in a situation, and then they attack the New Day. I say New Day versus American Alpha at SummerSlam.
You think they're gonna go heel, right?
I was told.
You were told. Sources say
they're going heel. Although sources say they have a big angle plan for them when they come back.
American Alpha?
Yeah. But I think they're just going to turn heel on the New Day. It'd be cool. They were good heels in NXT.
Yeah, I think I don't think they're going to give up on the Breezango Uso.
No, I think
that rivalry is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of longevity on that. I think they're going to keep carrying it out for a while. And it doesn't need the tag titles either for it to work.
No.
Because it's humorous. It's fun.
Yeah. What do you know about their day one?
It's H.
It is so H. All right. So, yeah, I agree. New Day's going to walk out with the titles. That's my formal prediction, by the way, if we do the other podcast. New Day.
Okay.
So I can't go back on myself. These are like I can't go back.
All right, Matt says New Day.
Just in case.
So do I.
Okay, and then let's do the
So we have Naomi versus Lana for the women's championship.
I'm gonna say Lana.
Okay. Right.
Lana squeezes out a W.
All right.
Even though it's really close to Jinder Mahal's shocking win, which is like the only kind of reason I think Naomi might win. That's too many shocking wins in a row. But yeah. But I'm gonna definitely.
You brought in the shocking thing, and you kind of messed me up.
Yeah, it's all about the shock and awe.
No, I still think Lana's gonna win.
I just think it's
gonna be. I think that she's gonna get cashed in.
Yeah,
like you said.
Yep. So I'm gonna say Lana, women's Money in the Bank. I'm gonna say. I want to say Carmella, and then James Ellsworth just kind of like carries it around for her. It makes sense.
That'd be funny.
But I'm gonna say first women's Money in the Bank winner, because I'm thinking of it like more in like a more grand term like that. Becky Lynch.
Okay, I'd say Charlotte Flair.
I don't think she needs it.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't need half the things she got. That's not the point. They're trying to bill her as the. I think that the grand scheme is to bill her as like the greatest women's wrestling of all time.
Okay, so you're saying it makes sense for her.
Yeah,
it makes sense for her to win the first one.
Exactly.
I'm still saying Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. I'm glad we're going with a different one from each other here because
we both don't get it.
Yeah.
Tamina wins.
Oh man, dark horse.
Dark horse. What's next? Men's Money in the Bank. My heart says Sami Zayn, but my mind says Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin grabs the case. Even though that's the obvious one that I think everyone's saying is going to happen.
Everyone says Baron Corbin's going to win. I kind of tend to agree with that. I think it's not going to be Kevin Owens. He's already champion. It's not going to be Dolph Ziggler. His train left a long time ago. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura are going to get their own shots eventually. So it's between Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and they kind of teased at that little Kevin Owens Shinsuke Nakamura rivalry.
Exactly. So I'm with you on Baron Corbin.
You don't think Sami Zayn had a chance of winning?
No, I don't. I'll put him in as the dark horse.
Okay. I like that. And then, did we do our predictions for the kickoff? I'm counting that. The Hype Bros versus the Colognes and their cologne.
The Hype Bros versus the Colognes. They're going to lose. I think if the Colognes, they're going to win.
The Colognes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, and that's going to kind of plant the seeds for Mojo, kind of like be like Mr. Nice Guy, like, hey, man, let's do our own thing for a while, you know?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Colognes win on the kickoff. Main event, modern day Maharaj versus Randy Orton.
I'll say Jinder Mahal. He's not going to lose it this quickly. I already said it, dude. Like, they pulled the trigger on it. They have to stick with it until the end. You can't go back on it now.
Yeah.
So flesh it out. They just gave him a new intro. He's not going anywhere. He's going to beat Randy Orton, and maybe Randy Orton will go away for a while.
You think he's going to beat him clean?
No.
Yeah, I'm saying Jinder Mahal too, but I'm saying Jinder Mahal cleanly.
What? Why? Why would you say that?
I'm saying the little boys are gonna get
kicked out.
Yeah, kicked out.
You don't think there's gonna be any interference in that match?
Well, I'm talking. There will be in the beginning. I don't think in the end though. I think in the end, Jinder Mahal is gonna find some way to win without outside interference.
So you don't think that the story is gonna say, "Oh, the interference of X, Y, or Z." Is the reason why Jinder Mahal won this match.
It should. That's how I think it's actually really going to go. But in my head, I'm trying to build up a credible opponent for John Cena at SummerSlam because I want the match to feel.
The credibility comes of the fact that it's going to be a 3-on-1 match, essentially. This is going to be another John Cena is the handicapped or whatever the hell term you want to use. Maybe not handicapped, the underdog. Because Jinder Mahal has 2 lackeys that like beat him up.
Episode 3, John Cena is handicapped. I revoke my statement. I formally revoke my statement.
Okay, good. Here's what I'll do. I'll make this interesting. The dark horse for this one is Jinder Mahal winning clean.
You think we get a cash in?
That night? No. The cash in's gonna come probably around like Survivor Series.
You think Baron Corbin's gonna hold the title to finish out the year? And then losing at the Royal Rumble to maybe like AJ Styles or Nakamura. Then you set up Nakamura Styles for WrestleMania.
Ooh. That's good.
Yeah, so he needs to hold on to the case for a while too. I don't like when the cases go away right away, especially because last year.
They're nice little. I wanted to like just carry around the case and the Battle Royal statue with him, just like one in each arm.
Yeah, he's building up some accolades. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say I revoke my statement about it being a clean victory because, like you said, the continuity of it's good. All of a sudden, Jinder Mahal can't start beating main eventers.
Yeah,
just because he's champion. They kind of justified it a little bit, like you have a completely different athlete. He's confident now, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for him to start beating people clean all of a sudden when he could barely beat.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
continuity is key, and it looks like WWE is. I don't want to say it. Never mind, because I don't have wood to knock on.
Why? What were you gonna say?
That WWE might be realizing that continuity is a really good thing to have in your storylines, and it's showing
no chance
and shit like this, and the webbing rivalries in Raw where you have these people intermingling with each other.
Yeah.
So it's increased continuity, but
I'm telling you, man, it's what makes the story so much better.
It gives it depth.
Yeah. Cool. I like it. Yeah, I'm for it.
You're for it?
I'm for it.
All right, good.
Cool. That's our Money in the Bank predictions. And then, like I said, I think I agree. Maybe have Corbin cash in. I gotta get a charger. My laptop's gonna die. Ugh. That's what you get with us. You get unedited, behind the scenes.
It's raw.
Realism.
It's raw. This is what the people want.
Where's your outlet?
All the way across.
Is it gonna reach?
Yeah, it'll. If you untangle it, it'll reach. Jesus.
Big knot in it.
Yeah.
I'm not editing this out either.
All right, so our next good topic to transition. Since we already covered everything, I think we got to get to the main event of the talk, which is.
Well, do you want to do fan questions?
You want to finish off with this?
You want to finish off with fan questions? You want to finish off with
Let's do fan questions.
McGregor?
Let's do fan questions.
All right, cool. I have a list of them.
I'm so glad that you prepared a list.
Oh, I have so many text messages.
You're very popular.
I have 6 text messages from my sister. Is she dying?
No, she just misses you.
So,
I know the first question, which refers to, did Mojo Rawley. I can't say his name. I'm foreign.
Did you call him Mojo Rollins?
Rawlings. I can't say his name.
Raleigh.
It's
a weird name, Raleigh. Jedi. Yeah.
Well, so did him winning the Andre Memorial Battle Royal
help him? It helped him, obviously. I think it clearly helped him. I mean, it's another accolade for the guy. It makes him somewhat.
Did it help him because he won it, or did it help him because they decided he should win it?
No, in the grand scheme of things, no, it has not helped him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it had. No one ever looks at at anyone. No one says, "Oh, Big Show, winner of the Memorial Battle Royal."
Well, you don't even say it for Baron Corbin anymore. You did in the beginning. It gave him a little fire right off the bat.
That's when it had some relevance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. I think it's like King of the Ring, but diluted.
Yeah. I mean, it helps Cesaro for a little bit, but now no one says, "Oh, Cesaro, the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal." I mean, I'm a big fan of the match.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, I love the match. Gets everyone on the card.
Remember Andre.
Yeah.
That's really good, too.
No, it has, in the grand scheme of things, no, it has not helped him at all.
Yeah.
It's just made him a guy on the card.
Exactly. Because help means, people would recognize you based on that accolade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why it helps you. Being Intercontinental Champion helps you. Being WWE Champion helps you.
Yeah, you were recognized as a former WWE Champion or a former Mr. Money in the Bank.
That far back and say he won the Memorial Battle Royal.
I think like we said, that Zack Ryder feud might help him get a little bit more credibility, to recognize it in a storyline.
You know what I think helped him, if anything? Gronk.
Yeah.
Gronk helped him.
Yeah, he's just a Gronk guy.
It is.
Right, that's all he is right now. But I think if you get that Zack Ryder feud going, and make it about the Battle Royal, like I won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I am capable of doing big things in WWE.
Okay.
And right now,
it would help.
Right now, we cannot be tag team partners. I need to work on me.
I agree.
Yeah.
So you help the Battle Royal.
I didn't even look at the
questions.
The
Battle Royal helps you.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's give and take.
I agree with that very much. I don't know. I don't know if he has a bright future either. He doesn't. He's charismatic. He's fun, and he has a special charisma, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It's not enough. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough to. I made a list of them. I don't have to scroll through.
You're retarded.
All right. Yeah. Someone asked our opinion on the Kenny Omega Okada match, which is gonna make me sound bad, but I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it at all.
Me neither. Wait, is that the big one?
Yeah, the one that just happened. The second one. We watched the first one.
The first one was good. We can talk about the first one all day, but the second one, listen, I don't get Japanese wrestling in my house. I wish I had Japan TV on, but Comcast is not offering that in the Northeast region right now. I think there's a channel that plays.
They play New Japan with like a 6-week delay.
Yeah, it's a very big delay, and every episode is one match. So that's how I watched the first match. It was a month afterwards they decided to put it on. and like I caught it. It was like an odd time.
Yeah, it's still on your DVR, isn't it?
I think it is on my DVR still. It was an excellent match. I'm expecting it's probably a very good match again.
Yeah, no, I
overly long.
Overall,
maybe.
what I basically read was
You know what we should do? We should do a full podcast where we just sit here and watch the
match and just comment on it, just out of spite.
No, just in silence. We just sit here and it's just the faint background sound of the match going on.
I'll do that.
Talk about faint sounds. Quick update: we have found a potential microphone.
Two microphones.
Potential two microphones.
Yeah,
properly working. That would really.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting
insanity.
Some major thusting going. We're gonna get microphones. I'm gonna be making stickers with our logo.
You're gonna be making stickers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pass them out when I go.
Fucking home.
Pass it. No, you can print like 150 stickers for like $15.
Oh, like
so
to print or something?
Yeah, like when I go to like Evolve, I'm gonna hand out our stickers.
Smart.
Oh, here we go.
What?
Get some background noise.
Não, mamãe, por quê? Não. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some editing. Can I pause?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to stop it. I'm not even gonna edit that.
Oh my god. You're ridiculous. Okay.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
We have more questions.
All right. Good luck. Okay. All right. Good luck, mom.
Dude,
leva minha avó com você.
Deus me livre.
Não, leva. Leva porque você tem que esfregar na cara dela.
I don't know how to edit, so I don't know if there's anything I can do.
That was like really personal shit. That was really personal. I hope no one speaks Portuguese.
All right. Yes.
That was my mom borrowing my car, by the way.
So, next question was, do you consider Seth Rollins to be a dangerous worker?
Do I consider that? No. I don't.
No.
It's a dangerous job.
Yeah. Accidents happen.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing, right? You have guys who come back and just get hurt on the first day they're back. Guys hurt each other all the time. Mm-hmm. If you want to say Goldberg might have been a dangerous worker, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day. He was a very hard-hitting guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, everyone in Japan is a goddamn dangerous worker, too.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You could say Shinsuke Nakamura is a dangerous worker, too.
Yeah.
Is that a detriment? No, it's just their style of wrestling. And if they don't like it...
it's a little more aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. It makes for a good thing. I don't think he's dangerous. I think that a lot of the hate he gets for it is unwarranted. I think he's a very talented guy. I think he has places where he can improve. I think he has places where he's not so good.
Yep.
But overall, I think he's a very talented guy. And, I mean, he hurt Sting, and that was not cool. But it's an accident. Accidents happen. I'm sure Sting's hurt plenty of people.
Yeah, and he took away your biggest dream match ever.
I know.
And
I'm defending
You're okay
him.
with it.
And
yeah.
I'm defending him. I really don't like that you said that because now I think he's a shitty guy. He's a fucking asshole. He needs to learn how to wrestle. And honestly, he should just quit. And he's only there because Triple H decided that. I'm just kidding. No,
he's a good worker.
Very good guy.
He's a good worker. You know, the accidents happen. Like you said, it's a dangerous business.
Exactly.
I agree. Next question. How long do you think Mahal will be booked? Will he keep the title past?
Will he booked?
Yeah.
Until his career's over.
Let me rephrase the question for him, I guess. How long will Mahal be booked as champion? I'm assuming he's asking.
Okay. Mahal might have gotten himself a ticket for a while. If he can... Del Rio did it, you know?
Yeah.
He wasn't good, but even after the Mexico stuff ended, he was still... They're going to go back to India, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is a long-term investment they're making with this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
So I think that he's... Like, right now, he's booked at the top. They'll probably book him down a little bit lower. He won't drop down to where he was, is my point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's going to be
he's always
floating around mid to high card. He's going to be like a Kofi Kingston was in 2009.
Okay.
And then every once in a while, they'll jump him up to the championship whenever they're going back to India.
Yeah. Cool. I like it. I agree.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like Miz. Around the Miz status. That's what
like he could float anywhere.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. Okay.
He'll
I agree.
suck, but...
Yeah. He'll get better.
Let's hope.
What do you think of the Kurt Angle text dilemma, and will it lead to a WrestleMania match? And who do you think is sending personal text messages to Kurt Angle?
A WrestleMania match between Kurt Angle and somebody else?
That's a loaded question, I know. Yes. That's
a bullshit start to a rivalry. Oh, I want to fucking wrestle you because you texted about me. That's what happened to like Jeff Jarrett. I really hope that it leads to a match at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it's gonna be a WrestleMania. I feel like it's gonna be. They're not gonna drag out the storyline. What day is today? Mid-June.
June 14th.
They're not gonna drag this out all the way to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't think so. So we might see a match maybe at Survivor Series. That's a good place to have Kurt Angle do his little final bout.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who could possibly be doing the text messages.
Yeah, it could be anyone.
Yeah, and Kurt Angle could have a good match with just about anyone, too.
Yeah, I think it's too late.
As far as dream matches of Kurt Angle to have with someone, I can't pull one off the top of my head.
I want another Kurt Angle Samoa Joe rivalry. Are you saying dream matches haven't happened?
Yes and no, just like matches you want to see a person have after they come back to the company.
Samoa Joe. I want Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle.
So you think maybe Triple H is doing it?
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being Triple H versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania next year. I think this is the kind of birth to it right now.
All right, cool.
We'll get like Samoa Joe and like Triple H's guys kind of poking at Kurt Angle with Stephanie floating around till the end of the year. Then Triple H comes back, WrestleMania time per usual. I'm kind of bummed.
That's a soft worker for between the two of them.
What do you mean?
Like it's not a crazy hard. Listen, I always worry about like the people wrestling. So like Kurt Angle's like neck is fucked up or whatever.
Oh, you're looking for someone that would give him a good, easy match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Triple H will do that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's a good match.
Yeah. So maybe not the most ideal scenario, but if it goes out to a WrestleMania, which I really don't think it will, but if it goes out to WrestleMania, Kurt Angle versus Triple H.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Who do we think attacked Enzo Amore for the podcast?
For the podcast?
That was the question.
Oh yeah. That's a toughie. I think they're gonna swerve us with something.
Yeah, it's too early to tell.
I think they're gonna swerve us with something. Maybe something new. Maybe something very unexpected. Definitely unexpected. We already talked about this earlier. I don't think it's the Revival.
No, me neither. I don't think it's the Revival. I don't think it's Big Show. I just think they're kind of diverting us towards those people for a reason to pull out something out of left field.
It would be cool if it was the Big Show and Chris Jericho.
Jericho.
Get Jericho back.
That's true. Jericho's on Smackdown now, though.
I know. Damn, yeah. No, free agent Chris Jericho.
Yeah, you can justify anything nowadays.
You can slap a label on him. It works.
Yeah.
He quit. He left. So he got hired back by Raw.
Oh, cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I like Jericho. I miss Jericho.
Jericho was awesome. Their song was garbage, but it was awesome.
I'm a big fan of their song.
I know you are. That's why I said it.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, too early to tell, but I definitely think it's going to be something that we don't really see coming.
Excellent.
Broken Matt Hardy, maybe. He's conflicted. I don't know.
Is that a good tag team to start them rivaling out, though?
Yeah, I think it's nice back and forth.
Wait, do you think that the person... I think I just came up with a better question than all these other questions.
We ask our own questions.
Do you think that whoever's attacking Enzo and Cass, do you think that person or that entity is the same or like closely related to the Kurt Angle stuff? Because they might not be. There's a very real possibility that these are just two things happening separately and we're just getting some story intertwining together.
No, yeah. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I would like it to be, but I don't think so.
Like a big coup?
No. What's the relation there?
I don't fucking know.
I'm going to text Kurt Angle's personal stuff to him that I'm going to go...
We don't know what they texted about Kurt Angle.
I remember I told you this. I said this 2 weeks ago. The text was that they knew that Kurt Angle hired someone to beat up Big Cass and Enzo Amore. And that's why he said it could ruin me. Because he's putting out a personal hit on Enzo and Cass.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. There's no reason for him to do that. I want to fucking beat these guys up.
They're annoying.
Yeah. So that was what I got.
That's New Jersey.
Yeah, I hate New Jersey. Yeah, so we really haven't answered any question definitively yet. We've kind of
There's no definitive answer.
We've coasted around them with like possible answers.
No, we gave a good one to Kurt Angle.
Okay, yeah, we did. I'm talking about the last two. Fuck it, never mind.
Okay.
This is a wordy question.
Word it out.
They're basically asking our thoughts on.
No, read out the whole thing.
Would you be covering the evolution of the Usos from mediocre babyfaces to one of the best heel tag teams on the main roster?
Let's do it. You know the Usos.
I think they've been one of the best tag teams in WWE as is.
Consistently?
Yeah, I don't think they were mediocre at all when they were babyfaces.
No, I think he's saying mediocre like no one gives a shit about them.
Oh, true. Now that people are talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's. I don't know. We can cover it. It happened.
So I have a weird. It's not a theory. I don't know. I just feel bad, right?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
I love this.
I feel bad for the Samoan side of all these half-black Samoans because they. Oh, listen, The Rock. You can say even Roman Reigns and like NXT, whatever. And the Usos. Every single one of these Samoans. How do they start out? They do the Samoan thing first, and like no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
No one cares. And then they're like, let me embrace the black side of it. And then all of a sudden it's great.
Because it's like edgy.
Because it's edgy.
Yeah.
But like Samoans are edgy. What's wrong with it? Why are people globbing on to one side but not the other?
It's like you said, they got the push when they started acting more like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, they did. They did get the push when they started acting more like Roman Reigns.
Because Roman Reigns has the black part.
Yeah, exactly.
You have like the...
I don't know if Roman Reigns is half black either, by the way. I'm making a really vicious assumption here.
All these black Samoans.
But it's roughly the same. It's what The Rock did, you know what I mean? The Rock was like this happy-go-lucky Samoan dude.
Yeah.
With the Jimmy Snuka shit. And then he's like, fuck that, I'm in the nation.
Yeah. And people loved it. It's the same thing.
People loved it. And it's about me now. And then Roman Reigns did it, and as much as we might bitch and moan about it, it's worked.
Yeah.
Wasn't his gimmick in? I don't remember what his gimmick was in NXT or FCW.
He was like a rich guy. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he had a weird Samoan thing going for a while.
He had Roman Leakey or something like that. But yeah, then like that was like FCW. But then NXT, he was Roman Reigns, and he was like a rich, wealthy guy.
That's weird.
Yeah, he wore like suits, and he would like show the announcers like his different watches,
his
and stuff.
Rolexes.
Yeah.
His roly.
His rollies.
And then the Usos just did the same thing. They just, they're thuggy now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's worked for them. Kudos to them. I think it's a weird little thing that keeps happening, and it makes me feel bad. I think we could say maybe Samoa Joe is the only Samoan who's embraced the Samoan and been very successful with it.
Well, he's the only Samoan that's not in that family.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
And you can say Umaga was successful, but he got to Intercontinental Championship and not much more.
And no one was ever really talking about Umaga's awesome. Umaga's awesome. I
was a big fan of Umaga.
Yeah.
The Umaga William Regal relationship is
Umanga.
It's a key thing that made Raw work back then.
You have to face the Samoan bulldozer
every time.
Umanga.
I was always a secret guy.
I loved it because remember we made Jeff Hardy pay for his sins for doing a bunch of drugs. It's like now you have to face Umanga. That should be the name of episode 3. ... You have to face ... Umanga.
Yeah, that's what I have to say. I think I think they found their niche, for sure, and it's kind of sad, right, that they had to do the Roman Reigns thing in order to get attention. Because before it was they were going off of their dad's thing.
Yeah, they had.
And then now they're doing, and then did they do a little thing with The Rock? They did, right, very shortly. They might came to defend The Rock
from the New Day maybe or something. I don't know. And then they did that thing with Roman Reigns where they were basically themselves, a little more edgier, but they still had the regular Uso thing going. But they're teaming up with Roman Reigns to battle the club.
But I think this is probably more who they are.
Yeah.
Too. So I like it.
Yeah, I think that's why it works too, is because they kind of become a little bit more like themselves. Because I feel like all those Samoan people are not I'm Samoan. I wear face paint during the day.
Sick, man.
Yeah, I wear long shorts and pants that are underwear underneath, but they drape over the sides. and I love my heritage. Like,
Yeah.
they're just people, you know? And I think that's
just
why...
people. Samoans are people too. Mad.
Yeah, so that's really I'm glad you came up with a good answer to that guy's question.
I mean, was it a question? It was more like, can you follow their trajectory? Listen, the wrestling division of tag teams was not that great for a very long time, and it's had its up and downs. It's been kind of fluctuating, but you can say it's at the top right now than it's been for a very long time.
Yeah,
and that's would I say it's because of the Usos? No, but they certainly play a role in it, and it certainly plays a role into why they're so good too. People care more about tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestlers care more about tag team wrestling, and it just becomes a self-feeding loop that makes them at least perceived better. They could not be better. We could just perceive them as better too. But
yeah,
maybe they haven't improved at all.
Yeah, you know,
you never know.
We never know.
But no, they are the most successful tag team in WWE right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I'd say they're the best. I really like Gallows and Anderson. Yeah. But they're certainly the best on SmackDown.
I would say they're even more successful than New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have more tag title reigns. They've been around longer.
They won't be in the long run.
No. But as of right now, they've been around longer. They have more title reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've been able to adapt their character when need be.
Boom.
That's all it's about.
It's all about survival.
It's all about survival.
Adaptability.
Mm-hmm. You want to get to the big topic?
Let's get to the big topic.
Of August 26th, it will be Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather in the biggest mistake of WWE.
Yeah. Listen, this is a wrestling podcast, so we gotta somehow tie this. We can't not cover this, right? But
no.
We gotta tie it into wrestling because
it's like tying Amazon buying Whole Foods into wrestling. Like WWE should
fucking missed it, man. People want kale.
Yeah, but yeah, I think when you told me this, I was like, wow, this is a good point you made, and that WWE completely missed out on an opportunity of getting involved in this. This cash cow.
They did.
I'm not even looking at it in terms of the fight. I'm looking at it in terms of it being an absolute cash cow.
To everyone involved, because right now this thing is more of a detriment to WWE than it is a good thing,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, it's taking away from their buzz around SummerSlam.
But I think that WWE has a very hard-headed ideal, right? So instead of, for a very long time, I don't know if, I know it's more complicated than this, but let's say in a perfect world, why would WWE, for example, say want to compete head-to-head with Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Instead of just working with them, and then you kind of share it.
Yep, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're on at the same time, but we'll share it as opposed to being like, oh, our show is better than football.
Yeah.
It's not better than football. Everyone fucking loves football. It's football. And then they get decimated every week, and it happens nonstop.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying maybe it would be better. Maybe working together. And that's kind of what I saw in this. And when we were talking about it, I said... And again, this could be totally unrealistic. I don't know how the back workings of this would work, but I feel like at least they should have pushed harder to be involved in this somehow.
Yeah, it's like you were saying, like a third party, right?
Exactly. So when you have the three, like sports entertainment, you could probably distill it down to three like large sports entertainments. It's boxing at the top, MMA, professional wrestling, most likely in that order.
Yeah, you think of those three together. Like
exactly.
That's, you love them
they're
together.
They're all kind of related. It's all physical fighting, and they're all very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And they all very profitable.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have the top two of them going together. Why don't you have WWE be sort of the, let's say, official? I saw an article you sent me that they should book this fight like a WWE fight.
Mm-hmm.
Who would book this fight as a WWE fight better than WWE?
Better than WWE. Yeah.
You know? That's
their job. You know, they're good at selling fights.
Yeah, they're good at selling anything. Like, think about it. Think of the ridiculousness of wrestling. It's 2+ guys in a ring pretending to fight each other, and somehow they have to make us care about that.
Yeah.
And they do. And millions of people care. Millions of people around the world care, and it's a $1 billion industry, and you can probably thank mostly the WWE for it. Because once people found out it was fake, they could have just stopped watching, but they somehow managed to wrangle in people and keep them interested.
Yeah.
So why not? And I'm not saying boxing is fake, but why not have the guys who can do that with something fake do something for something that's real
Yeah, but
and book this fight like the over-the-top crazy thing that it is, because it's an over-the-top crazy thing to be happening.
Yeah, because you're saying it's become much more than just the fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's the talking back and forth. It's, you know, they're probably going to schedule so many.
They cut promos on each other.
Yeah, they literally cut promos on each other. They've been cutting promos on each other. You know, the amount of media coverage they're probably going to have to do is insane. The weigh-ins. You know, it is, like you said, it's an over-the-top crazy thing. And if you use WWE to, like, book it like a WWE fight, you're just assuring that everyone involved is going to make more money.
Yeah, it really is.
Because I'm sure there's that small group of people right now that says, why the fuck should I care if a boxer is going to kick an MMA fighter's ass? Because in reality, this fight is all towards Mayweather.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it's a boxing match.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how they're gonna bill it, right? So I mean, again, we're no experts
Yeah,
here,
we're not
but
boxing fans.
It would be cool to have, like, you have the boxing main event, but before that you have like an MMA match, and you have maybe a boxing match, and then, like, if WWE is involved, they could just throw in a wrestling match in the middle too, and you bring all of those fans. Like, I can't see.
Let everyone come together for this.
I can't see boxing and MMA and whoever's representing them being like, oh, no, we don't want more people involved in this. We don't want more money coming from this. Maybe they would. Maybe it's unreasonable, but it would be cool.
Yeah, even if WWE could get themselves in there as someone to promote the fight. You know?
That's
like,
their best argument.
like
It's like, we
like,
can promote this.
Even sponsored by WWE. You know?
Yeah, anything to not lose money on it would be smart, I think.
The only thing that, like, what did you say? It cannot hurt anyone for the WWE to get involved in this. It can only help everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How would, you know, like, they're not taking away profits from them. They're just
bringing in a whole new
more.
crowd.
Yeah.
They're bringing in more of a crowd. Because, like, I guarantee you put that on Monday Night Raw, promote that fight, you're going to get some people from Monday Night Raw that are going to say, you know what, I don't watch boxing, I don't watch wrestling. But WWE they're very good at, like, like you said, putting together a story.
Yeah.
So if you can get WWE to market this fight the way they do market their fights, you're going to grab everyone's attention, like, wow, this is WWE.
Dude, you could have McGregor and, like, Mayweather show up on a random Monday Night Raw, and you have Team McGregor, you have Team Floyd, and, like, maybe they come out as the entourage on the actual fight, right? But on Raw, you could have, like, these multi-man tag team matches or something, you know what I mean? Just to promote the match. People would watch. They would make money. You would sell merchandise. However the fuck they make their money, people would do it. You could offer a special deal if you're on the network. You're like, oh, if you're on the network, you get a 10% discount on the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, think about it this way, too. Another thing, like, how many TV show people have showed up to Monday Night Raw to promote their show?
Exactly.
How many people from the USA Network have showed up to promote their show?
And maybe we're speaking too early. Maybe they will show up to promote it, but it doesn't seem like that so far.
No, it seems like they're good. We haven't, like you said, we haven't seen anything, but I cannot imagine. I just don't picture WWE getting involved. I just think, like, I don't know. I just don't see it happening. I think it should happen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. There's literally, I think I said WWE is simply a juggernaut of promotion who could have made a serious pitch for an involvement in what's going to be the biggest fight ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you only add to it.
Yeah, they're a juggernaut of promotion. They're involved in multiple things. They're involved in movies. They're involved in professional wrestling, TV. They have their own network. They're very multifaceted, and they could use all of that to promote this fight even more. It's a self-promoting fight, but they could promote it even more. You can't say no to more promotion, more exposure.
Yeah, you throw WWE in there and say, hey, we have our own network. You know, we will put stuff for this on a network. They run commercials.
Literally.
Yeah, I see so many commercials on the network.
1.3 billion Indian people really like what we do, and they'd probably buy your product if we told them to.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
Boom.
That's another thing.
I mean, again, it's idealistic, but I think that they should have at least made the pitch to be more involved instead of. I mean, those you can still run SummerSlam and that could compete against it or whatever, but
even if you promote it, I know they don't want to take away from the fight because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's about the fight.
Yeah.
But if WWE can lob themselves somewhere, even in that, like, promote McGregor Mayweather, and also, you know, when they do that weigh-in, have WWE SummerSlam on the table. Yeah. You know, everyone can benefit from it. They did it with Mayweather versus Big Show.
Yeah, exactly. There's history there too. You know what I mean? You have Brock Lesnar. You have.
Why don't you weigh in and have Big Show's opinion on the fight? You fought Mayweather at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar, you're in MMA. How do you feel about?
You could have. You could have done
WWE. I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
I just picture WWE could literally have their own press conference within a press conference interviewing wrestlers about this fight,
Yeah.
and it gives an outside perspective, but it also gives an inside perspective in terms of like Big Show and Brock Lesnar and all different guys that have done different there's so many possibilities that WWE could step in and just be a little they could be like a little sub product within this giant conglomerate.
Because WWE used to promote UFC before.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe that went bad. I don't know how that went for them. I can't imagine it have going bad, but maybe that went bad and it left a sour taste in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But it just
This
you look at this and you
so
see
much
money.
more though.
Yeah, you look at this and you see money. Why would you want a piece of it?
So much more than a UFC fight. You know, this is so much more than a boxing match. This is so much more.
It's the biggest fight ever.
Yeah, absolutely. And if WWE did not get involved, it'd be stupid.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid for them not to get involved.
I think if they charge like $200 for the pay-per-view, people will still buy it.
I will pay $200 to watch this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to pay $200 to watch this pay-per-view. It's going to be a shit fight. Yeah, it's going to be a shit fight. It's going to be McGregor taking shots and Mayweather dodging every single one of his punches. I guarantee you this fight does not end on a knockout. I guarantee it. And I don't know shit about boxing, but I can tell you based on what I've watched about McGregor and what I've watched about Mayweather that this fight is going to be McGregor taking shots, Mayweather getting a lot of dodges in. It's going to go to the cards, and it's going to end up being Mayweather in points.
Yeah.
There's no knockout. Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. No knockout.
But yeah, I think it's just going to be. I can't say. I don't know.
It could even end up like CM Punk going to the UFC. It could end very quickly.
Yeah. Boom. Just one punch and he's out. That's it. He doesn't care. He's going to make a shit ton of money on it.
Oh, yeah. He's making, I think he said he's making $10 million. No. What was it? I think it was $10 million on the fight, and then Mayweather's doubling it. I don't know. We didn't do our research before we recorded. Yeah.
No, I just think that they missed a big opportunity. That's all.
And like you said, hopefully they kind of come to their senses, and like you said, they make that pitch that we can sell this fight to even more people.
Yeah, WWE, I feel like, has nothing to win. All they have to do is try to convince these other guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if anything, they might have something to lose from it, but you can't deny the success of the WWE hype machine.
Mm-hmm.
They get everybody. It doesn't matter. People hate WWE, but then comes WrestleMania time, everyone's excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy how they do it. They take over a city and everyone gets hyped.
Yeah. So
why would you not want that for your product? Why would you not want hey, we took over Vegas, we came in, everything you see here is just about this boxing thing or this wrestling thing or this MMA thing, and it's all thanks to the WWE because they know how to promote.
Yeah, absolutely, I totally agree.
They know how to make people that don't care.
Yeah.
So if you're not a boxing fan, WWE might be the guys that make that difference between you watching it.
They could sell you on the fight. I guarantee you. I guarantee you run packages on Monday Night Raw. You have WWE promote this fight. They know how to promote the fight. They can get even the least invested person in boxing or MMA, which is myself, invested in the fight.
Yeah.
Even talking about how WWE could do this has gotten me invested in the fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's our final thought on this, I think.
Yeah, we have. I'm just saying it's going to go to a technical, whatever the term is. I don't watch boxing. It's going to go to the numbers. It's going to come down to the numbers. But I am putting what did I put? I'm going to put a $150 bet on McGregor. The odds are 7-1.
You're betting on it?
Yep. Just in case.
You're a fucking addict.
The slim chance that he gets in one quick punch, which is, I don't think it's very realistic, but it's also very realistic. I don't know. The slim chance he gets in one quick punch.
I don't know. I'm a wrestling fan, so in my head, I'm hoping he breaks the rules and wrestles him to the ground and pounds his face in.
I didn't even do the math. So if I bet $10, I can win $70. So if I bet $150, how much am I winning?
What do you multiply that by 7?
I think so. 150 times 7. Yeah, 7-1 odds.
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, hold on. 1,050.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll throw $150 down on the pay-per-view. Have a good night,
Yeah.
I'm upset. I'll be upset, but
I'll be upset.
The slim chance that he squeezes in that one punch, I'm making money.
Yeah, you are.
Making money.
A lot of
Only
money.
takes one punch. And those odds are good.
Yeah.
Those are good odds. Yeah.
They're not Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker odds.
My mom.
Yeah, I know.
My mom called The Undertaker ending the streak. Because
Brock Lesnar ending the streak.
Oh, yeah, Brock Lesnar ending the streak. I showed her all the betting odds, and she's like, we should bet on the Undertaker losing. And I was like, absolutely not. It's not gonna it's not gonna happen. You're ridiculous. But maybe this is my redemption story.
Redeem it.
I'm gonna bet that money, that ludicrous money.
$150.
You want to wrap it up at 2,240 seconds?
That's right, 48 seconds.
That's going to keep going. All right, guys. You can follow us on Instagram at Turnbuckle Boys. You can follow also the Heel Kid on Instagram. Thank you for constantly promoting us. The kid does us well.
Really does.
Yeah, let's get up to 200 views this week. That would be cool. It's a stretch and a half.
That is a stretch. Let people know.
Yeah. Spread the word. Spread the love. You like us. Instagram us questions. Give us topics.
Yeah.
Because without topics, we're just
working on some special ideas for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, definitely. We're working. Yeah, we got some ideas coming. But just keep sending the love, keep spreading the love, and keep involved. Help us help you. Because if you help us, we'll help you.
We'll come to your house.
We'll come to your house.
Things.
Yeah, we'll build a giant. We'll build you a treehouse.
You can wrestle in it.
Yeah, you can wrestle in the
We'll build you rings.
You can listen to our podcast in your treehouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep spreading the love. That's what we need. At Turnbuckle Boys on Instagram. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good Sunday pay-per-view, and hopefully you'll be hearing from us sooner rather than later in a very crazy way.